Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be starting a series on a game I've really enjoyed. It's called Rimworld, and it's a space colony game. Anyways, let's just jump in. Alright, so I'm just going to do the normal crash landed. That way I can have a classic experience. And we're gonna go losing is fun because it is not, and Cassandra classic because Randy Random has screwed me over one too many times. If you guys want to see someone that's good, don't watch me. I suck at this game, but yeah, that's how it is. So, I don't know what I want to go for this time. I might go for a jungle playthrough. Might be fun. The problem with jungles is there's a lot of disease and elephants and rhinos. And elephants and rhinos are amazing, don't get me wrong. Except for the problem with them is if you anger one, it's pretty well game over if the whole elephant pack comes after you. Elephants are super strong. We're gonna go for a small hills, and it's gonna be mainly made up of limestone, slate, and marble. For those who don't know, marble is one of the prettiest rocks in the game, so that's good, and limestone's super easy to work with. Make our map a little bit bigger. Now, time to pick our characters. I do have the Prepare Carefully mod installed because it makes life a lot easier than clicking through random 20 times. And one of the best traits you can have, well, two, is the Seguin, penguin, and Iron-willed. That alone means you basically never have to worry about their mood, which is nice. And then I like to go for quick sleeper as well, because it makes him a quicker sleeper. And no disabled work types, because we don't like that. We're gonna have Reed here. We're gonna have her be our cook. And we're probably gonna go here. That way she can have some medical too. And then this one. Do plants. And this one's really good, the aromatherapist, because it adds plants, medical, and cooking, which is all stuff we like. Only problem is it destroys some shooting skills, but we can easily transfer that over, or what I'll probably do is have her be melee. We don't need mining, we don't need construction. That's for a different person. And if you see this points spent up here, I will not be going over 13,000, because that seems to be, if you click randomize a lot, you can end up with 3 good colonists, and it's roughly around 13,000. So to make things fair, we aren't going to go over 13,000. Gonna change her hairstyle because I'm not a huge fan of the fancy bun. So, meh, flowy works. And we put their age all down to 20 because it means they last longer, and I don't like having my colonists have heart attacks in the middle of doing something. So this one already has 2 things we want: the quick sleeper and iron-willed trait. So we're gonna go down and find the Seguin. Hey, let me look up how to say that real quick.
Sanguine.
Sanguine. Sanguine. So, I guess penguin's pretty close. Don't need plants. He's not going to be our plant boy. He is going to be our construction, or engineer, or architect. And I normally pick blacksmith's son because it adds shooting and crafting, which are both really good. But for this run through, since I'm going to have some hills that I might need, we're going to use construction and mining. We're going to add both of them as double flames. That way, he can be really quick at learning them, which is good. And then we're going to go for civil engineer here, because it adds more construction. Actually, I take that back. We're going to go for the infantry engineer. It adds more mining. And I haven't seen the map yet, so I don't know how much I'm going to need mining. I'm going to take away intellectual, put it into social. Medical can stay, because we like medical. Then up to 12,000 with shooting. Yeah. So he's a pretty good shot right now. He's going to hit a good majority of his shots. And then we don't like loser. Come on, loser. Lee. Let's find a good name here. Close my eyes and look away. And we're just gonna go with Spoosh, because I don't know how to spell or say Kiska. Kaiseki? I don't know how to pronounce that, and I don't want to offend anyone, so we're just gonna go Spoosh. Actually, I might just change it to Sploosh. Sploosh, Spoosh. And she is gonna be the brains of the operation. And I can either go for background scientist, rebel writer, or child prodigy are the best. These other ones don't add anything else, at least not at a cost that I'm willing to take. Child prodigy is one I'm probably going to pick because it adds medical, which we like. Midworld geek removes social skills, which doesn't really matter, but it doesn't even add all that much intellectual, so we're gonna go with child prodigy. And then this one, I'm gonna look for another medical. This is really good. Both are really good. We're gonna go for core researcher though. Remove that social. Medical's insane. Animals we don't really care about and we won't have time for anyways. I'm gonna have her be a shooter 2 to 1200. Add our iron willed and our sanguine sandwich. And together, they should all cover each other's weaknesses. We have our melee master, our sniper, and our halfway sniper, but not quite. Screw it off, too flowy. Then we have our construction, our engineer here, our cooking plants. The animals, we don't really care about. I generally ignore animals until till we get to the point where I have more colonists that can actually care for them. Crafting, always good to have, but not something that is going to be taking place all day, every day. Medical, necessary, so they're all really good at that. Our social is, of course, in Mellow here, Austin. And then the brains of the operation is Sploosh. And all covers each other really well. And let's see what we have. We're gonna change out that hair for, oh, I don't know, same thing. Close my eyes and click. Elephant. No one's gonna believe me, so I'm gonna do that again. Husky. Okay, we will do that. And that right there should be good to go. So let's hop right into this Rimworld. The three of you awake in your crypto sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens ripping metal. Okay, whatever. You guys can read that, I can't speak. Oh my goodness. So the first thing I always like to do is get all our packaged survival meals unforbidden, get all our wood unforbidden, our steel, that way they can construct stuff freely. And then we go and find whoever is our melee, our sniper, and our pistol, and then we equip them with the corresponding weapon. My sniper always wears a helmet, because we safe like that. And then the melee always wears the pants and chest plate. It protects them from shots and melee, as you can see here, sharp, so knives, swords, somewhat bullets. It helps stop them, and it's 100%, so it's good at stopping those, or at least limiting them. Blunt, 63%, so it helps there. Heat, so if an incendiary launcher or Molotov cocktails get thrown at them, it helps with that too. It also insulates from the cold, but it does change their movement speed. So sometimes, if I have a jogger trait on any of mine, I will not have them wear anything but the helmet. That way, they can easily run to wherever they need without their jogger trait being slowed. So looking around the map here, we have a couple spots that I think I should set up in. But I think right here would work because it leaves plenty of room to expand right here and some good fertile soil. And then right here can easily be turned into either a choke point or just wall all the way up here and turn that into barn storage and a buffer zone between pirates and raiders. Down here would be relatively easily defended against because there's marshes here which ruins walking speed, and here. This we can wall off if we want. Unforbid that. And then we can add the barricades down here, here, and up here if we don't wall off right here. That'll allow us to have plenty of cover and also attack easily. So let's get started by building our structures. Start with their rooms. This will be not plenty of room. They still won't be too impressed with their bedrooms, but when I add their bed, and once I get into later stages of the game, I'll be adding, not later stages, but once I get done with the just survive the initial go, we'll be adding a dresser and an end table, which both boost the the comfort of the beds, and makes the place look prettier, along with adding standing lamps. That way they don't get the annoying not slept in the dark, in dark thought. Anyways, let them pick it up. Have them chop down these trees for wood. And it's time to get their priorities. So bed rest here, that's for like if you're sick, recuperate in bed, right? It says it down there. And normally, well, not normally, but I used to have that at the top. But the problem with that is if they have just a minor cut from getting slashed by a rabbit, they'll sit there all day and just look at their wound and say heal to it. So it's not productive when they aren't being actively held back, if they're not actively hurting or anything like that. Warden, that's to handle prisoners. Cooking is cooking. Hunting is hunting. Construction and mining. So, construction falls down to anything like this of just building. I'm sure you guys could have figured that out. And then growing and plant cut is exactly what it sounds like. So when I add a growing zone onto this fertile soil, because fertile soil makes things grow faster, and we're gonna put it to rice because we need that food as quickly as we can, because the more of these you can save, you start with 50. The more packaged survival meals you can save, that means the less you have to make later on, which they're really helpful for forming caravans and going to trade or attack or raid or anything. Or if you just make a giant bunker that is impenetrable, you can just put those in there and then they're safe forever. Research, we need her to be the only one because she's smart. And we should be good to go. So she's down here planting her rice and cutting down trees that are in the way. So that's nice, that way we have this stuff go ahead and growing. And it says its growth rate is 140%. That's because of the fertile soil, that darker color, while something like this, just normal dirt, is 100%. Stuff like this rocky dirt, is only 70% fertile. You can see it in the bottom left hand corner there. So always try to plant on the darker soil. If you have to, plant normal dirt. Try completely to avoid this rocky stuff unless you're in the desert. Because in the desert there's just sand and nothing grows in sand. Alright, Reed here should be getting done with cutting these trees sooner rather than later. Because you can see her just mowing through these. And we're gonna have Mello, our constructor, go ahead and work on this corner. That way we can hopefully get all of them put together by the end of the night, before night. That way they don't get the mid debuff of slept outside. Well, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to do that, so we're going to have him quickly build this wall, this wall, this wall, this wall, and then this door. That way they don't get the slept outside thought. even though these two will be sharing a room and they don't like that either. He didn't build the roofs. I was hoping he'd automatically build all these roofs, that way doesn't have to sit here in the soaking wet, which causes a mood debuff if you saw. So now that we got our bedrooms all complete, well, they are now, we're gonna have Mello here build us a barn, or just storage and production area. And concrete is it's good in theory for building these floors, and it's nice, it's super easy to build. It doesn't take much, it takes 1 steel. But the problem with it is you place down 129 steel right there. And wood grows back, steel does not, so I always use wood floors. Time while they're doing that, we'll get this dumping stockpile set up, and it will be all except for foods, chunks, and corpses. Except for in the foods, we do allow the packaged survival meals, that way these don't have to sit out here and rot. We'll also have those get chopped down. That way our constructor doesn't have to do that. And I don't know if you guys caught that, but he had a nice little muzzle. And that is nice, because that means he gets a movie buff. We need to try to get these components and medicine in as fast as possible, because they're the main things that I really care about. They're really expensive. The packaged survival meals, you can always make more of those. Alright, Mello needs more wood, it seems, so we will give him more wood. We'll also get our simple research bench going in queue. That way, Sploosh doesn't just have to sit around for forever. She can get to what she's good at doing. So Mello should finish this up in the morning, while Reed will chop down more trees and get more wood. Look at him just throwing on that roof. If only it was that easy in real life. Now that we've got a decent amount of wood, have more cut, we can get ourselves a kitchen set up. I'll probably have this be right up here. and it'll probably look something like that. With, of course, those. And then, to those who are asking what this deal right here is, this is all I'm going to have a freezer back here. This is going to be our freezer because the reason I do freezers in mountains is because all this mountain space gets wasted anyways. Well, it's best to have mountains as freezers because if you put your mountains as anything else, that's what I was trying to say, then infestations can happen. If it's not below, I think it's negative 15 degrees, infestations can happen. So I always just leave the mountains reserved for freezers or bunkers. That way we don't have to worry about a giant infestation coming in and ruining life. Because if it happens in a freezer, which it shouldn't, but if it does, we can just turn up the power on the freezers and freeze the suckers to death or nuke them with some Molotovs. And if it happens in a bunker, well, it's a bunker. Another nice thing about making it a freezer is you don't have to tile it, you don't have to put a floor on it, because nobody stays in the freezer for long. So that makes it one less step. I'm looking at this and I might rearrange it. We're actually gonna have this here, build a copy here, but we're not gonna allow them to make it. And then right where that stove actually is. No. We'll have the butcher's table right here. There we go. Now I got it. Because once it gets later, I can have 2 cooks then. Oh, nice, gold. Set up a research project, always start with battery. And we're gonna check this person out. White. 18 years old, but she's a pessimist, so instantly, I don't think I'm gonna take her. Also, she doesn't have any of the traits we need, which is either cooking, construction / mining, or animals. So, we'll just let her carry on her way. And if we did attack her, it would cause hate and discontent with the tribe she's from, so we don't want to do that. Look at little Chrome. Isn't she cute? Once we do get an animal trainer, the first thing we're gonna have them do is train Crumb here to be able to haul, because randomly they just haul things to where they need to be, which is super nice. Sploosh should finish up with that research project either today or the next. And then we're gonna have a wind turbine somewhere, probably around here. Actually, probably down here by our rice. And then we're gonna hook it up to a battery shed, a battery and wood shed, which we can put, I mean, honestly, right here would work. No, I may take that back. Yeah, that'll work. Then I'll throw a dumping stockpile zone right here and allow only wood. So that's just a roofed area because wood doesn't decompose fast at all. Just adding a roof helps a buttload. So that's just an easy spot to store wood. Speaking of wood, we need some. Just hear all those trees getting chopped down. Deforestation, kids. It's a good thing. There's the first one. I was just about to ask where that is. I have disallowed them from eating these 3 survival package meals. That way I can save them for later. So we'll just subside off of a couple berries before we get power. And then be able to... Where's that rat? There's that rat. Swoosh. Just your aim. Yeah. That's how you get it done. Just shoot off its head. Then we're gonna have a row right here of just chunks. It only allows chunks. That way it slows movement, and it kind of choke points right here. Because I'll probably have here either walled off or just defended well. Bright and early. At 11 o'clock. Oh no, we got some more starvation. Reed, go find some berry bushes. Here's a berry bush. Our rice is gonna be ready here any second. And our power is just about ready. Speaking of which, I'll get that wind turbine up. We'll have it right here. Nope, I was wrong. Down one. So, all of this will be farm ground. We'll have these 2 be corn. Corn produces a lot of food, just not fast. Okay, we got our batteries. We're gonna either do solar panels. Yeah, we're gonna do solar panels. And then next we're gonna do smithing. Come on. Do not eat that. Mellow, did you steal that food? Whatever. We can cut a couple more. Read. Bright and early. Alright, Sploosh, go eat some berries. Word them. And we're actually gonna force her to eat more than she needs to get her food all the way up. because if I don't do that, this malnutrition makes them take more food, makes them need more food. Ah, there's ours. They can eat that raw if they need to. That's what I need to do. Boom. That's super smooth. Add power all along here. Then we'll throw it on here. Mellow, get on it. You need food. Mellow, I'm sorry. Yep, you're gonna have to eat raw. That means you got to eat raw food. Oh, at least he ate food. I've eaten raw rice before. Not the best. Music in this game is so nice. Just sit here and jam out all day. They've kept some of their pre-alpha 16. Those ones are really good. Oh, eating more rice. Reed seems to have messed up all of her sleep schedule, so we're just gonna wake her up and make things better. Set up our meal systems. Well, that's what I need to do. Thought I was forgetting some power somewhere. I was right. Got them in the right direction. Yep, I've done it one too many times. Actually, more than one too many times. Where I've added the heat into there. That's made for some bad days. Make all of this a dumping stockpile zone. Clear all important corpse only animal. And then all foods, no rotten. And that means, yep, Reed is a cooking. Thank you so much. Hot. Oh, crap, it is hot. Well, I guess that's what we'll do next episode, is add some coolers to this. But at that, we'll build these coolers. We're gonna call it an episode. Maybe. Any day now. Yep, any day. Those coolers will be built, I promise. Because the wind don't always blow. We're out of power right now, so gotta take a while. Mellow. Lazy bugger. Slacking off. And at that, everything is set up. Get these down to -20. We're gonna call that good.